Welcome everyone and welcome back to World Warship, and let's talk submarine. I've been seeing quite a few videos about the big YouTubers who had this special account for submarines. Let me know in a comment below what you think so far. I believe that they got power creeped, the torpedo. When you pin twice on a surface ship, the torpedo became not World War One but World War Three torpedoes. Really hard hitting, and you may do citadels and you may do a lot of damage, and not even Flamu in a light cruiser could avoid the torpedo. The homing torps, you know what I mean? So this time, guys, we have a pleasure to watch me. I'm playing with Ranger, and there's 4 carriers in this matchmaking, and it's a 4th line. Yeah, T-61, it's a very good destroyer, in my opinion, one of the best tier 6 destroyer up there. However, when there's 2 carriers, there is little thing you can do. This will be extremely close call. I will just not talk too much and spoiler you. That aim was absolutely crap. I do have to apologize. I did whopping 0 damage. Yeah. No, serious guys, about the subs. I do like the idea that now a submarine versus submarine can engage each other and they can kill each other, and there is very good, that it's a good step. I'd like to say it was earlier extremely bad that no interact between the submarine and submarine players. Now there is definitely over there. Minikaze is trying to cap, is coming here. Now I have dive bombers. Lexington's dive bomber are kind of a, you don't see the drop unfortunately, but it's a huge wide. I would like to say that they nerf especially the Ranger in 3 ways, not in 2, in 3 ways. First thing, they nerf the speed, the boost, and the turning radius, but also the bloom from dive bombers. Now it's a huge big bloom. You will most likely to hit a battleship, not a small destroyer or a cruiser. What else I would like to talk about the submarines? The homing idea, it's good, but the thing is, and this is kind of a true when Flamu mentioned that now we have a new type of ship that can radar through islands, radar to, what do you mean Zerra radar? Well, you pin, that it's, when you pin someone, the enemy team knows it. It's like someone is constantly radar you, and that is absolutely broken and should not be. If you pin something, especially under the surface, only you should, that was a good hit, only you should see that target, not the entire friendly team. But I hope Wargaming gives some tweaks. Oh, of course, now the big change is that on the surfer you're extremely slow, minus 80% in speed, and under the surface you're a speed monster. And for me, that it's a crazy idea. This should be the other way around, right? And the biggest problem, guys, it's, let's say if a battleship is along with submarines, how the heck does any battleship have any chance whatsoever? Or same story, it's with this carrier. How can carrier know when the concealment of submarines are in like 2 kilometers? You have to be in a huge damn luck to know where the submarine is, right? What else would I like to say? Yeah, I do believe it's not quite equal. I mean, imagine yourself that you're the last battleship and there's 2 submarines left. Yeah, I'm just saying good luck. And same story is that you are a heavy cruiser. It's the same story. Heavy cruiser will not have depth charges, and also even more question. The Italian Navy, they only have SAP and AP, and they do not do any kind of a splash damage in the water. So the guns are, if I understand, they are absolutely useless. And same story with the Japanese light cruisers, which only have one type of AP ammo. Yeah. Something else, it's kind of also weird that we don't know about the Pan-Asian destroyer, if they can torpedo the submarines. They have deep water torps, you know what I mean? So probably, I'm just saying, probably the next UP line will be the Pan-Asian destroyers. I have no idea, just wild guess. That was a very good drop. Only one hit, but one fire. What else do I want to mention? There we don't know about deep water torps, like Kagero's torps, and so on. And something also, as I've been thinking quite a lot. What happened with the French destroyer line? What do you mean, Zerra? Well, they are by far the fastest destroyer in the game. And, if you are a submarine and there's, let's say, only one destroyer left, and that destroyer, it's a Kleber or a Mogador, I'm just saying, good luck. If he will spot you, there's no way in hell you can disengage, because that thing, it's a speed monster. And same story with the Soviet destroyer line. Sorry. They are one of the fastest destroyer in this game, and with speed boost, if they have available, there's no way in hell you can disengage. Especially if they know around where you are. So yeah, there's quite a few answer and very few question. There's very few question and very few answer. It's the other way around. Yeah. So I'm right now drinking some coffee. Ranger, guys. Ranger, when the 0.8.0 came out, it was absolutely the best carrier in this game at tier 6. You had at least, guys, 15% faster speed of the dive bombers, and also the aiming bloom of the rocket. Those planes were a whole lot smaller. But the speed, definitely the speed, guys, they were quite faster. In replays, unfortunately, you cannot see how I aim. That is kind of a bad. But of course, the percent to put your enemy on fire are huge. Something else also, a thing, the Enterprise and the Japanese carrier, they only have AP bombs. How the heck do you engage a submarine with your AP? They cannot fuse. You cannot harm, shall I say, a destroyer with AP, or you will just overpen. And even more worse, so it is with the Japanese dive bomber versus submarines. I don't know how the heck you can engage that. Can you do it with rockets? I doubt that you can damage submarine under the water with the rockets. Yeah, so there's quite a few answers that I do have, and we have no idea. Probably, I'm just saying, probably in my mind, just what I can come up with. It's probably one of the most overpowered new Belfast. It will be the new premium Pan-Asian cruiser with 152 or 155 millimeters guns. Good HE, good speed, Pan-Asian deep water torps, and what do you call it? Dive chargers or sub chargers. You know what I mean? So you have 3 types of weapons to deal up with the submarines. The Pan-Asian cruiser, yeah. Let me know in the comment below. I kind of forgot the name of it. I could not kill that destroyer, but I will spot him, so my team finish him off. as you can also see right now, guys, the spotter plane, it's not one spotter plane, there are several one, and this perk came a little bit extremely strong, because when you do have available the fighters squads from battleship or cruiser or whatever, it will literally delete all your dive bombers, torpedo bombers, you name it. So this perk couple patches ago was not that strong, but now we're giving decide to give. So I believe that it's a good idea. It's great idea. The only problem I see in this, you do extremely little damage. No matter how good or how badass you are, even if you're top dog, you're not gonna do a whole lot of damage. If you see 5 fires, 3 planes down, only 26,000 damage. That it's literally 2 salvo from, let's say, Texas or any battleships, you know. I mean, or you only have to hit 2 citadels for any cruiser and you deal more than 26,000 damage, right? So you're most like a spotting maniac, even if you have a torpedo bombers like I do right now. But I do believe that my torpedo will not harm any battleship, not even the Dunkirk, more than around 3,000 damage a torpedo with, and the percent to put you on flood, it's close to 0. Dang, I hit him on the nose, but it was still no flood, guys. Extremely I definitely see exactly where I hit him. Now of course this one is dead on, and of course no flood. But you can definitely see, guys, 3 torpedo hits was nothing crazy, probably around 3,000 damage each, something like that. So it is what it is. On the other hand, I believe it's good for a game. The back in one single, you know, in RTS mode, all CV were overpowered. They could literally dev strike in one drop, or most likely if you have 2 squads, you know, with torpedo bombers, you could definitely delete any ship in the game. Now it's not that easy anymore, even though you have to be extremely good. Thing is that you don't see here, it's, guys, it's the bloom. The bloom, it's epic. The slightly movement, you're not gonna hit the damn thing. I was trying, guys, but the slightly move you do with your mouse or with your view, it's, you know, I cannot save my New York, very unfortunately. But now this time I might hit him. Yeah, I do believe I hit him for 3,200 damage, guys. And then New York killed him with the rest of his HP pool. That was extremely important hit, because this was this is everyone's game. I mean, serious, guys. We have same equal ships, same equal everything. So the only downside for enemy team, they did not manage to control A. They did, but we took it back thanks to our Gnevny. Now, of course, guys, without saying too much, that our Fuso is extremely low HP. He actually will go down soon. Dunkirk, it's a tier 6. I'm a tier 6, so it's not overpowered in any mean. Now the Ranger and me, both of them target this Dunkirk captain, and I have rockets. Good hit, and goodbye. Yeah, I'm not saying I only did 3 penetration, but most of the damage I do honestly believe it was from dive bomber. The dive bombers of a Ranger is not a joke, especially if your aim are perfect. Yeah, I agree with you. You CV. Screw you, CV. Fuso is very low HP. 8 non-penetration and penetrates the protect the kit, although salvo 9 rockets hit for whopping 0 damage. Yeah, some ships like Fuso and some other are extremely hard to do. You have to almost aim for the superstruction. Now I did aim for a superstruction, and I was rewarded with 2 hits for lousy, I don't know, the 1000 something damage was not higher. But guys, this is neck and neck. It's 3 versus 3, guys, and literally while we come up, it's the CV versus CV. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too late to help my Fuso captain. He's only 3200 damage HP pool, and this Rugio might finish him off with the rockets. Not quite, but I'm trying to put the spotter plane, the fighter squads. And Texas is well known for very good AA for tier 5. I know he's only tier 5, but he's the best tier 5 battleship in AA department. Probably he received some hits, so his AA it's not as good as normally should have. But the thing is, and this is the proof, guys, the torpedo are extremely meh. 3400 damage that torpedo, and it was, I swear guys, it was on bow on. I don't know how and where to aim to cause flooding first, because the percentage to put your enemy on flood, it's non-existent. So this is the 4th nerf from Wargaming. You see, that was a perfect drop in my honestly opinion, but nonetheless no flood. And the damage, what damage? 3000 damage, guys, in one torpedo. So even though he's a tier 5 and I'm a tier 6 carrier, it's not likely he's going down in 1 or 2 or heck even 3 dive or attacks from me and from the friendly carrier. Matter of fact, there's a huge chance that he will survive the entire 2 minutes and 24 seconds left. And I am trying right now to strike him right on. You cannot see where I aim, but I'm too late to party. Matter of fact, he will cap, and it's a big huge thing for him, because he will eventually, thanks to this cap, he will have the most experience. Now finally a good hit. I don't know exactly what damage it was, but it was one fire. And I believe, guys, without saying too much, the main weapon of a ranger, it's not the torpedo bombers or the rockets, it's actually the dive bombers. But you have to manage to do well and aim well. That last drop was in rush, and it was 0 damage. Lucky for him. And then it's 1 minute and 32 seconds left, and I still believe, guys, that he will survive the entire. He has 10,000 HP pool. You may be thinking, Zerra, that's not a whole lot. True, but you do not do whole lot damage. You cannot just go and boom blop him for everything he has. That's not the CV rework. It has been changed so much that you cannot just delete anyone. As a matter of fact, this was perfect drop, perfect aim, 5,000, 3 penetration info, whopping 5,300 damage. And believe me what I'm gonna say right now, the dive bombers are not a joke in that regard. They do have good penetration from Rangers dive bomber, and they percent to put you anywhere fire, it's quite high. Very unlucky for me, I did not put him on fire or manage to do more than 5,000 damage. And now, by the way, he has 12,000 HP pool left, and there's 31 more seconds. So yeah, even though I struggled to hit more than 64,000 damage, this is how you're supposed to do in a tier 6 carrier. 4,101 fire, but there's too late for him. If I would do this type of damage earlier on, I would be happy. So we won, but we won extremely close. One more fire. Now he's going down, but the clock it's 0, guys. Let me know in a comment below what you think about the new submarine mechanics. In many regards, I like it, but in many other, I do have some questions about what is going on and what can we expect. And I hope, really I hope on the 4th season or fourth change, that we will be a little bit closer to how it will finish. Thanks guys for watching, and always captains, fair seas, and goodbye.